draw the one y is equal to x. I'm going to draw this. It's actually a straight line. It goes diagonally, okay? This is, we call this one y is equal to x because it goes one by one, slope is 1, right? Y, let me change this one. Let's get blue color. Y is equal to mx plus b. So ours is this, y is equal to x. M is 1 and b is 0. So that means slope is 1. It goes 1 by 1. And also this graph is also doing the same thing, correct? And what is only one thing different, they pushed this up only 1 unit. It went up 1 unit. We just need to add this one, 1. When you add it up 1, it's going to go 1 unit up, all right? Let's say y is equal to x plus 7. Let me draw this one for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make it 6. Right here, it's going to go like this, diagonally. It's going to go 1 by 1. We will call this one y is equal to x plus 6 because it went up 6 units, plus 6. Then a new question for you. Tell me how you're going to call this one. What is the name of this graph? Y is equal to x, 1, 2. You're right. X minus 3. Is that clear? The answer is x plus 1 because it just went up 1 unit. In this question, what is the length of minor arc AC? What is the length of this arc? Okay, so the total circumference is 36. Entire circumference is 36. So what do you think, guys? 36. Why we're dividing by 4? Yes, there's 90-degree angle. That means 90 out of 360. That makes 1/4, like kind of like pizza slice. You got a pizza and sharing with four equal pieces. If the total circumference is 36 divided by 4, 9. Since this is a test, we'll just plug it in. So what are the solutions? Are, that's plural, right? What are the solutions of the quadratic equation? There's supposed to be at least 2. So as you see, answer choices are 2. Let's plug in -1 first. 4 times, I'm just plugging in, -1 squared, -8 times -1 minus 12 is equal to 0 or not. -1 squared is equal to +1 because degree is even. Even degrees of any negative number is positive. -1 squared is equal to +1. 1 times 4, 4. 2 negatives makes positive, right? 8 times 1. Minus 12. Is that equal 0? Yes. That means, what did I plug in? I plug in -1, so these are not right answers. Let's say if time is almost up, you'll just guess one of them, either one. Now, we'll just try 3 or -3. Which one should we try? The easy one. Try the easy one, easy number. I'm gonna try this one. 3 squared is equal to 9. 4 times 9? -8 times 9. Minus 12. Is that equal 0? No, this is too big. So that means answer is one of them supposed to be correct. Does that make sense? I see you're looking like you just want to make sure. Then plug in -3. If that will be test, you will just circle and go to the next question. But since we have more time, I'm going to do it. So 4 times, I plug in -3. -3 squared is equal to 9. Negative 3 times negative 3, 9. And minus 8 times negative 3, 2 minus, right? Minus 8 times negative 3, 24. And minus 12. 39 plus 24 minus 12 is not equal to 0. Let's start it over. We made a mistake. We cover it. 4 times negative 3. We're trying negative 3 or positive. Let's try 3 again. Probably made a mistake here. 3 squared is equal to 9. So negative 8 times x. X equals 3. Right? 3 times negative 8. So 36 minus 36 is equal to 0. We got it. That means answer is let's say we have a graph. So solution means graph must cross x-axis. If we graph, let's say we have such thing, okay, the solution is here. This is one of the solutions, this is another solution, and this is the another solution. Alright? So there are 3 solutions so far. Or I would have something different color, like let's say I have a graph of a quadratic function, which is negative quadratic function, something like this. Parabola, right? So the solution is going to be here and here. Okay? What if I have something like this? There you go. There is no solution because the graph is not crossing the x-axis. So can you look at the answer choices and tell me which one represents the red graph? A quadratic function with no real zero. I'm just analyzing now the answer choice D. Look at the D. A cubic polynomial function, right here, the black one, and at least one real zero. That point is the solution. So we're looking for no solution, but there is a solution. So it's not acceptable. It's not correct. So this question, x equals 9, just plug it in. Root x, let me make this one a little bit, anyways, I cannot do that. K plus 2 minus x minus 9 is equal to 0. So I'm going to add 9 to both hand side. We're adding 9 to both hand side, cancels out. Root k plus 2 is equal to 9. How am I going to get rid of that square root? Right, from 9 and you can go, just put my initials and go. So I need to take square of both hand sides. When you do the same thing on both hand sides, we'll keep the values of both hand sides. So the degree is 2 here. They will cancel out. K plus 2 is equal to 81. K is equal to 79. But I wouldn't do this because there's a shorter way. Since this is a test technique, yes, you're right. Just plug it in. Plug it in. So when you just plug it in, 79 for k, 79 plus 2 is equal to 81, right? Root 81 is equal to 9. 9 minus x is equal to 0. So 9 minus what makes 0? 9. So that satisfies. Answer is this. All right, this is the question number 6 on the practice SAT. Circle the question. What is it? Sum of the expressions. Sum. We're gonna find the sum. It's the hardest question in the test, right? There are two expressions, and we're gonna add those. So plus minus cancels out. Answer is a squared plus a. It must less than 20 hours. So I can cross out a and d. Okay. And on another sentence, she wants to earn at least 220. That means she's supposed to earn more than 220, right? More than 220. This is less than 220. This is less than 220. We're looking for more than 220. So I think actually it's a nice and easy question, I believe. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah. In air, the speed of sound s in meters per second in a linear function of the air temperature T. So we have this formula. They formulated with the formula. We show the following statements is the best interpretation of the number of 331.4 in the context. Let's check. A, the speed of sound in meters per second at 0 centigrade degree. So which one represents the degree on the formula? T, right? In chemistry, you learned that one. What does C represents here? K. Perfect. Good chemistry knowledge. Okay, we're talking about it's 0 centigrade degree. Just plug it in. What is the speed when the degree is 0? T is equal to 0, right? 0 times anything will be equal to 0. So the speed of sound is when it's 0. When it's 0, 331.4. Isn't that? Look at B. Let's analyze B. Speed of sound in meters per second at 0.6 Celsius degree. So that means I'm going to plug it in that. 0.6 times, this is 0.6. That makes 3.6 plus. So we're going to add those two numbers, right? 334 actually that totally makes 335. What is 335? The speed of the sound when the temperature is 0.6 Celsius degree, not 331.4. This is not right. So we can analyze this. We can talk about when the temperature increases, the speed of the sound is increasing. What's going on, class? Yes, no, just sleeping. We don't care the speed of the sound. We're sleeping. Good. When I look at the question, I cannot plug in. We cannot use plug-in technique in this question because the question is not X or Y. This is the product of that two variables. Let's distribute this one. Distribute. Go ahead, tell me. Tell me, go ahead. 2x plus what? 6. 6 has been cancelled out. 2y is equal to 2x. That means x equals y, correct? If x equals y, let's try the answer choices for the first information. Y is equal to x squared. Let's x supposed to equal y. Okay? Let's say x is equal to 0. Is that possible? No. Let's say x is equal to 1. Let's try that. X equals 1. 1 squared is equal to 1. So x equals 1, y equals 1. So that's right. Because x and y are supposed to equal 1. Yes. And then let's check. We found the answer, but just making sure. plug in 2 for x, okay? Y is equal to x squared. Y is equal to 2 squared equal 4. So x and y are not equal now. X equals 2, y equals 4, so that means this is not correct. When you plug in the others, you can get, it's not going to make x and y equal. Here's the necessity information. I'm going to review something. I'm going to give you one shortcut, a plus b squared. I bet you guys remember that. We're taking this first term square. We're taking the second term. What is the second term here? Take the second term square. Multiply first and second term. Is AB. AB, right? Just double it. Times 2. Okay? For example, 2a plus 2b parentheses square. Take the first term square. Tell me. 4a square. Excellent. Take the second term square. Excellent. Multiply 2 of them. 2 times 2, 4. A times b, ab. And double it. Okay? 2 times 4ab is equal to 8ab. This is the fast technique rather than doing this. 2a plus 2b. This is the way we take the square of a number, right? Then distribute that and do this. It's the longest way. Okay, let's get back to question. And then take the square of one of them. Tell me. A squared. Multiply 2 of them. 2ab times 2. 4ab. It doesn't look like a right answer because AB is, let me write that down, y, a squared plus 4b squared. I need to get something, I need just z here, right? So I'm gonna try this one. Let's do that. 4a squared plus 4b squared. Tell me the middle number. 8ab. Good job. 8ab. Okay, we know ab is y. 4a squared plus 4b squared. That means, is this right? 4a squared plus 4b squared. I just took out 4 out of there. So what I know, a squared plus b squared equal to z. This is z, 4z. 4z. And what does that mean? 8y plus 4z. Is that right? So, yeah, here you go. I'm going to explain this one more time. I'm going to be working on this. I'm repeating this question. I'm going to open this up. Take the first term square. Take the second term square. Multiply first and second term. 2 times 2, 4. A times b, ab. And double this. 2 times 4ab, 8ab. And then we're given some information here. We have to use that information, correct? We're supposed to use those. So I know what is AB. 8y, yes. And then I know what is a squared plus b squared. And let me work on that separately. 4a squared and 4b squared, right? 4b squared. I'm going to take out 4. So same thing, 4a squared plus 4b squared, when you distribute it, we're going to get the same thing. A squared plus b squared is equal to z. So there is 4z. Since we're adding them, 8y plus 4z. This is the question. What is 8y plus 4z? Does that make sense? That satisfies.